Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is MiAh the King, and today we're taking a look at a game that just released a couple of hours ago on Steam called Dead Motherland Zombie Co-op. Now, it's a bit unfortunate that at this particular time of my life and day I don't have anyone to play this with, so I may be getting a bit of an unfinished product here simply because I couldn't play it as it seems to be meant to play it, which is in co-op. Now, what we're doing here today is taking a first impressions review look at this, which means I play it longer than 20 minutes, but not over 2 hours. This allows me to get a good in-depth impression view on it, and it turns out, if it turns out to be terrible, or if it's a ripoff, I can still get my money back, because I'm like a lot of you out there, broke off my ass. And before I go further, to all of you new viewers and subscribers out there, I want to thank you very much for joining me on this journey, for supporting my channel, and I just wanted to give a special shout out to all those of you out there who commented and subscribed in the last few days. It means a lot to me. I can't wait to look at future games with you guys and, go about this journey with you guys. So then, without further ado, let's take a look at this game, and as always, please watch all the way through so that you can get a much better understanding of the game, and if you do enjoy this video or find it informative, I'd very much appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Now then, on to the video. Okay, first off, the game is already looking a bit shady, as right before it's scheduled to be released, it's delayed. Is it to build suspense? Is it because they found a game-breaking bug at the last minute? I don't know, because the developers haven't said anything about it. And since they said nothing, I have to go through with the motions of waiting 15 minutes, checking to see if it's released, waiting another 15 minutes to see if it's released, over and over again, as I sit here quickly losing patience with this game. I cleared my schedule today. I got my family out of the house today so I could work on this and really put some time and effort into it, and it's past lunchtime when the game finally released, and I was still waiting. However, as the game finally did release, I jumped right into it, and looking at it, my first impression was, is this really it? This is what I was waiting for? But, don't judge a book by its cover, so I dove in to see what this game is like. I'm gonna be honest, this game is really cheap, and you can tell from everything that it offers. The graphics are cheap, the sound effects are cheap, the AI programming is cheap, and the price is cheap, so I suppose it's not that big of a deal. This is going to be a pretty short video, because there really isn't a whole lot going on here that I can talk about. You are some random guy in some random city fighting off some random zombies. Why? Who knows and who cares? When? Who knows and who cares? Zombies! Am I right, everybody? As long as it has zombies in it, who cares? Look, to be honest here, I doubt a lot of people are going to watch this video. Come on, look at it. I could say whatever I want because no one is watching this video. Diarrhea. See? But if you did decide to check this out, first off, thank you very much. And secondly, why? The game is only like $3. You can find that in your frickin' couch cushions. Look, guys, honestly, there isn't anything here. Even though there isn't much here, I still found things to complain about. Haha! For one, you have to control your camera with Q and E, which is dumb. But it gets worse. They are inverted. Why? Why are they inverted? And there's no way to change it either. The options are ridiculous. Secondly, the sound effects are actually laughable, and I say that because I actually laughed. You listen to these guns fire from pistol to shotgun to AK, and they just sound like pop guns. It's hilarious. Thirdly, the enemy AI is super dumb. Okay, watch this clip of me fighting some kind of flamer zombie. Did you hear those amazing sound effects? Did you see those amazing graphics? Did you see how intuitive it was? How about how quickly I died? Now that was fun times. Basically, what I think is the point of this game is to collect enough fuel, buy different street blocks to unlock them, get to the truck, fill up the truck, and escape. I think. This game was super easy alone. I can't even imagine how easy it'd be if it was me and my brother playing this together. The zombies do get more numerous after each night, and they do get a little bit harder each time, but even so, I still almost beat the first level alone on my first try. At least I think it was that first level. That might have been the whole game. I don't know. if that last enemy hadn't bugged out on me and super killed me, then I would have finished this first level or this game no problem. But look, I don't recommend this game. I'm sure as hell not going to keep this game. I mean, if you're looking for a cheap little indie game about fighting zombies that you want to laugh with and play with a buddy, then, you know, sure, this game is fine enough for that, I suppose. But I mean, if you're looking for something with more depth to it, or more immersion to it, or more survival aspects to it, then this is definitely not the game for you. It's just a quick, quirky, dumb little zombie shooter game that's programmed very badly. I don't know why I picked this game to do today. It was the only one I found that looked even somewhat interesting on Steam that I wanted to check out. I don't have a lot of know-how on video games and stuff. There's a game releasing tomorrow that's really cool, I think. I mean, I thought this game was going to be cool too. I thought this game was going to be like a kind of survival game that you could play with a buddy. You know, that's kind of what I was thinking it was going to be, but it's more like an arcade shooter game that you might play, you know, for a quarter. If this game was worth a quarter, then I probably wouldn't have even done a video on it, because, you know, then it really would have been just an arcade little game that you could play for like a freaking quarter. So, take it for what you will. Sorry this video is going to be so short, but this really is a case of what you see is what you get here, guys. I mean, look at the video. This is what you're getting. This is what you're seeing. This is it. That's all there is to the game. There's nothing more to it. So, you know, keep that in mind if you decide to check it out and give it a play. I mean, it's not even asking for a lot of money. It's asking for like $3 right now. So, I don't know. I don't know what you guys want from me. I wanted to put out some more content. I probably should have waited till tomorrow, but I saw this game and it looked like it could be pretty fun and interesting, and it was co-op. So I was like, hey, it's a zombie survival game with co-op and stuff. I should have looked at the freaking tabs. I should have done a little bit more research. I should have been like, oh, wow, this game, definitely not for me. But whatever, I got a video out. I'm doing my job. I always said that if I got more support on my YouTube channel that I put out more content. Well, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I think that's how the expression goes. Whatever. Point is, I am doing what I said I was going to do, and I'm adding more content. But the problem is this is the kind of content you guys get when there's no games out, okay? You get these little snippets of crap games that everybody can tell looks bad or looks cheap or whatever, you know? But at the same time, I don't want to go on and on about how I think this game is complete garbage. I don't want to rant on it too much. I don't want to shit on it too much. I mean, it seems like this is exactly what they were going for. And if that's exactly what they were going for, then great. You know what? Fine. If they just wanted to make a cheap little game and test out and, you know, just kind of get their name out there, fine. I mean, if some guy came up to me and said that this was the first game he ever made, I would be like, okay, you know what, you by yourself, first game you ever made, okay, you know what, that's fine, it's fair, it's not a bad little game if it's your first game you ever made by yourself. It's not that bad at all. But I don't know anything about the development team. I don't know anything about it, so I can't comment on that one way or the other. But I'll put it to you this way: if it was one guy or a couple guys and it was the first game they ever made, then they did good. Good job, guys. But if it's not, and if it's more than that or bigger than that, then wow, what the heck did you guys create? What did you unleash on the world? So I don't know. That's all I got to say. But I will be putting out another video tomorrow on another new game that's coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, and let's hope it's a better buy than this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all again on my next adventure. So until then, I bid you all farewell.